Hi, everybody. This is Elgin Subwaysurfer Bolling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. On the final segment of making comics the easy way, at least I think it is. I don't see how much more I can contribute to this topic, but who knows? So this is going to be part 13 of the series, and it's really piggybacking with what I talked about in, I believe it's part 9, about using your relatives, especially older ones, cousins, grandmothers, grandfathers, etc., to find out their stories, and you will find a wealth of information for your comic stories if you interview these people. But I realize for a lot of people, a sticking point is, well, what questions do I ask, or how do I set this up, rather than just saying, oh, hey, Grandpa, tell me about yourself. Yeah, I mean, nobody's going to answer that, and they'll maybe take you on, a tangent, that you might not want to be taken on. So in order to start this process, you have to ask leading questions, and I wrote down a few. What was it like during the war? What was it like raising a family during the Depression, or being a young man or young woman during the Depression? What was it like, having a family, getting married? What was it like digging ditches, working in the mines, or having to plow a farm? Hey, can you tell me what it was like before the internet? Were you the things like that. It's ask these ask these questions that are open ended. And the best way that I found to get information out of people is to ask, what was it like when dot 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 dot, or how did you dot 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 dot, and you fill in the blank. How did you ever survive without MTV? I mean, what did you guys have to do? One story I told my kids, and they're like fascinated by it, is, hey guys, I was there, when MTV was invented. I mean, I remember the programming that was on. I was there when it was invented for the first time. And I'll tell them stories about, show that used to come on called Liquid Television, and Max Headroom, and all of this history that people don't even know about. I'll tell them about, hey, when I was a kid, when I was coming up, computer paper had these little tiny holes in them, and you'd have to tear this thing off. I mean, these seem like insignificant things, but they're stories. There's stories that you can use, like I've always said, as a springboard, to take you into other areas and construct characters. Other ideas for questions, that is there something you wanted to be but couldn't? Is there something that you did that you wish you hadn't done or wanted to do? Why didn't you do that? What was it that stopped you from doing X, Y, and Z? When you ask people questions like that, you're causing them to think, and they're always going to answer in a story. If they answer, I mean, of course, some people will clam up on you and say, get out of here, it's none of your business, but I found that people want to tell their story. They're hungry to tell their story because they have all of this experience inside their head. And let me tell you, young people out there, old people love to tell their stories because it validates where they've been in a way. They're hungry for validation. They want to tell their story. They want someone to know. It's just the process of life. When you get to be a certain age, you want people to know that you've passed this way. Okay? And it's one of the things that help us to develop respect for our elders, and also help us to realize that they're not too different from us. The only thing that has changed is the clothes and the sneakers and the technology, maybe, but still the basic stuff that resonates in all of our hearts is still there. And as a writer, and we are writer illustrators, comic book artists, you're going to find that these are the stories that are going to resonate here with people. Okay? And so I encourage you to go out and get those stories. And you're going to be amazed at how this is going to help you to grow as a person. It's going to make you closer to people. It's going to make you more aware of people. Okay? And because it's all about people. It's all about story. It's all about finding out what makes people tick. And, that's all I really got to say, about this. Good luck to you in your artistic endeavors. If you want to comment on this, please feel free to comment. But write those stories. Make those comics. The world is waiting for it. Don't just listen to this segment and say, oh, wow, this guy really says a lot of cool things. Go out there and do it. Okay? Don't be a person that just listens. Go out there and do it. The world is waiting for it.